In Exodus chapter 18, the Israelites are now in the wilderness being tested. They're learning how to walk with God and how to trust God. In this passage, Moses is overloaded. He has too many responsibilities. He's been arbitrating all of the disputes of the people, and as a result, long lines have formed, and it's just not working. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, has given Moses some much-needed advice. Appoint leaders who can share the load. In Exodus chapter 18, verses 24 to 26, Moses responds to the input he's been given. So Moses heeded the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. So they judged the people at all times. The hard cases they brought to Moses, but they judged every small case themselves. There are 3 insights we'll be highlighting from this passage. Insight number 1, Moses heeds good advice. It takes discernment to know when advice that's being offered is good or not. Most Bible teachers agree that Jethro's advice is excellent. In addition, it takes humility to heed the advice of others, to admit that there's a better way to do something. Well, Moses is a very humble man, and so he heeds Jethro's advice. Is there any advice being offered to you or to me at this time? If so, let's ask God if it's good advice. And if it's good advice, let's humbly heed it. Insight number 2, Moses delegates. Moses chooses capable men to help resolve Israel's disputes, dividing the people up by thousands, hundreds, 50s, and 10s. This lightens the load on Moses and gets others involved. Are you or I overloaded at this time? On the job, at home, in the community, at church, or in any other setting that we're in? If so, is there a need to take action so that others can get involved to help lighten the load? And then insight number 3, Moses focuses. The newly appointed leaders are able to handle all of the smaller cases, freeing Moses up to cover the most difficult cases. Thus, Moses is able to focus on his most important responsibilities. It may be the case in our lives that delegation can help free us up, so that we too can focus on our most important responsibilities. In summary, may God give us wisdom so that we can discern when we're being given good advice, and may we humble our hearts so that we can heed it. If we're needing to delegate, may God give us wisdom so that we too, like Moses, can delegate effectively, choosing the right people for the right tasks, enabling others to grow and contribute. And lastly, may God free us up so that we can address the most important responsibilities in our lives. Thanks for listening.